I think it's important that when we talk about inflation, Republicans will say, well, this is Joe Biden's fault. Really?
For months, Republicans have been trying to pin the blame for rising inflation on Democrats.
Bacon is as expensive as filet mignon used to be.
Due to the administration's policy.
Everything they do is wrong. It's actually impressive to get every policy wrong.
But experts say this isn't necessarily true because inflation is happening worldwide. In September, the US inflation rate was around 8% compared to about 7% in Canada, over 11% in Germany, and nearly 13% in Italy. High inflation is happening because of broken pandemic supply chains and Russia's war on Ukraine, but Democrats say it's also a case of corporate greed. Oil companies like BP and Shell earned record-setting profits and are buying back their own stock to raise the price of its shares. And none of that wealth trickles down.
One of the reasons for inflation is the incredible level of corporate greed. Check out the profits of the oil companies, the drug companies, the food companies. Their sky-high profits are ripping off the American people, and there are studies out there that estimate that 50% of inflation has to do with corporate greed.
Both inflation and corporate greed are on the ballot in this Tuesday's midterm elections. President Biden has accused oil companies of war profiteering and has urged Congress to pass a windfall profits tax if they don't lower the cost of gas and oil. But Republicans want to extend Donald Trump's tax cuts for the wealthy and reduce government spending by cutting Social Security and Medicare. If this message isn't clear, go vote. If you don't know how, go to vote.gov. This story out of Indiana is wild. It all went down on Wednesday at this gas station about an hour northeast of Indianapolis. This guy in red is standing in the store's entrance, yelling at someone inside before getting into a car and driving off. This is where things take a turn. Shortly after, a different man wearing black walks into the gas station, and he's quickly tailed by the guy in red. As the man wearing black makes his way down a food aisle, the guy in red eyeballs him as he rubs his hands together. And as they both round the corner, the guy in red pulls out a handgun and shoots the man twice. The man in red darts away as an employee with the mop hides for safety and a customer gets out of the store.
Well, it seemed like he knew the guy. It seemed like he also had a target. And it must have been some ongoing beef or some bullshit, op shit that people be saying nowadays. That's my op. That's my op. So evidently, he didn't die for what we know. Hopefully he pulls through because it's somebody that loves him and care about him. Definitely if he's in his kid's life. Again, we were just talking about gun violence. We always talk about fucking gun violence. Let's talk about what somebody done did good for the community or for a city, you know what I'm saying? Or for kids, that are being lost to this fucking system, not only by entertainers, but the justice system as well. Because y'all entertainers got a lot of these kids' mind fucked up. So a Starbucks employee, y'all see this bullshit? A Starbucks employee put that shit on a woman's cup. You know what I'm saying? In Maryland. And I'm going to go into this little report. I'm going to go into the news on this whole situation. And I just say to myself, because this is a review and reaction channel. I say to myself, you got to be the stupidest motherfucker to put this on somebody my skin complexion of color, you know what I'm saying, and not think they wasn't going to say nothing about it. I mean, it's 2022 and you would think that these times that we're living in, this motherfucking world will be so beautiful. Things will be so better than what it is now. But as we just see the destruction of things as they unfold, of people constantly being negative, doing negative shit. We got these kids killing each other with these guns left and right, and it's just sad that we still seeing shit like this.